Hello there. It's major second stage is nearly over, so we decided to kind of do a one demo review from the Elimination stage. I think that's the very first game that was played. It's between G2 and Mongolz. Obviously, uh, Mongolz won that game, but I just randomly picked one of the games, just to do a demo review to see like how actually Mongols managed to beat G2, even though G2 dominated the elimination stage pretty heavily after the defeating phase, of 13-4, 13-3, and like other teams relatively easily as well. And Mongols seems to beat the Mongols also, 3-0, beating Heroic in that last match, first Asian team after Renegades to qualify. Asian, I mean, slash Oceanic team to qualify for the playoffs of the major and in a very dominant way. So good for them. Now we're gonna review the game and how they managed to beat G2 on a map Inferno, which was a pretty surprising map, to be honest. Between these two maps, I expected Ancient, but these teams decided on Inferno. So this is the pistol. Let's see if I can fix this up. Let's see what's going on. Pretty kind of standard. Let's see, number 6. Pretty standard anti-push kind of setup for Mongols here, but they don't have any nades, which is always a problem if you don't end up in an aggression early on from the CTs. Right now, they took a lot of control. Top banana is clean. They had the holes and I think a boiler too, yes. And now it's kind of crazy because you don't have any nades to kind of cover up any smokes. You need to group up with 5 people and actually run in, and I think that's what Mongols are gonna do. But the opening kills go for the CTs here. They decided to wrap. Let's see how they coordinate this. It's a big kill right there. 3v3. Now this, early on, it's very difficult. Like this is Inferno as a site, like A site on Inferno is one of the most difficult sites to retake, but not in this scenario. Like you see 3 people inside, and it's very difficult to kind of defend this because the crossfires can be crazy. One flash or maybe, kind of swing from different sides can actually just get you killed because there is no proper crossfire. Like for, let's say, if you had like a person in pit or headshot or maybe even grave and somebody inside or maybe somebody in holes to kind of give you a proper crossfire. They don't have that because I assume they think they lost the timing when they got in the site, so any kind of movement from the site would be super risky. They were wrong, unfortunately, but let's see how this plays out. Oh, that's next headshot. That's a good one. And then, yeah, 3 people inside is always a problem, and this kind of backfired for them as well. So round number 2, force. Usually you would force when you plant because you have a good buy. They changed the economy, quite a while back, but still you can still buy decently depending on like what kind of team you are. And Mongols are definitely a team that likes to force in these situations. Let's see what they decided to do, a slow default with the banana control. But it was kind of cancelled by the 3 people from G2 because they kind of expected this. You see Hunter on the flash. Once they clear this, I assume it's going to be a flash over the top. Yep, to clear banana. And now I think this is a signal. Yeah, this is a signal. When once this happens and you are in a position like T's are, let me see where they are, like already in top middle. Once this happens, they cleared banana, and then they're gonna be rotating. So that is like a trigger for you to actually go. Now in this situation, if I am Mongols, I would probably wait with the person in holes a little bit so he doesn't get cleared out, and then I would go 3 long, and then one guy would cover short. Usually that's what teams would do. Let's see what happened. Honestly, oh my god. It's a something happened here. Honestly, with the 3K. Oh my god. Ah, yeah, I remember this. Oh, Jesus. Let's see, let's go back and see what happened. Monesi got a triple, right? So they have a setup 3 on B, Snacks and Monesi are together. I want to see how Snacks died, because that's the kind of the crazy death here. So Monesi is covering middle. This is an okay setup, kind of all in, but he does get a 3. Oh no. So what happens here is that Snacks, basically he was there, and then he wanted to kind of cover Monesi, who got a triple, but there was a molly there from Monesi, you see flying it from here, and he covered it with a nade, and then you should just let them get in, because he already killed 3, there would be a crossfire, and then he kind of opened himself up by pulling out that nade. The guy from the halls heard it, and he just killed him, and Monesi was already low HP, and then the site was lost, but still, like, after that, Hunter tried to push to the smoke. This was a okay decision, because he beat the smoke. But overall, like, Techno played it good, and Mzinho played it good as well. Snacks made a mistake, and maybe Hunter a little bit, but I wouldn't count that as a mistake, because he did beat the smoke. And now, it's a bad situation for G2, and then I think they're gonna have to force. And look at the force right now. The force is pretty pathetic, if you ask me. They have 3 smokes, 4 smokes, and that's it. All deagles and 5-7s. Honestly, he has to save money because he needs the ult, but he didn't save enough. Usually we need a 700 at least, so maybe you opt for a P250 or a, you know, 5-7 instead of a deagle, but he went for a deagle. 4B stack. And this is what I like from Mongolz. Now look at the control they have. Like, they took banana. And look at this. This is interesting, because most teams, once you see it, now, in most teams, like, you have this, like, 1, 2, 3 mollies here, and they already have control of top banana. So the B execute is pretty much, you know, an option here. Most teams would use molly here, molly there, and molly here, or even just if they want to save it, they would use it. They would use it here, and they would use it there early, and obviously here. As a default molly, and they would be left with 1 or 2 mollies. Maybe somebody wouldn't buy. Those are the lower tier teams, you know, that they make this type of mistakes where they don't save the molly, they want to execute, and they're in a problem because they cannot cut off the whole left side. Now that Mongolz have 1, 2, 3 mollies, they will probably hit this with the molly, smoke, and probably go in. And Mzinho is the one who needs to cover the back. Usually players go to this spot, and then they cover, like, all this thing, and then 4 of them would just go in. So let's see what happens there. Okay, this helps. But there's still 3 people on banana. I think Hunter missed a smoke. They cleared it, they can wait for it. Now if there is even a stack here, it doesn't really matter all that much, because they have all the nades to support it. You see where Mzinho is covering the flank. Usually in a 5v4, maybe that's not the best idea. You want to be, like, for example, here, and then you can cover it from there. But this is not bad either. There we go. The left side is covered with the molly, smokes. Now they're gonna walk in, and that's the round over. Very methodical, very easy, and this is like when you recognize that you have an opening for something like that, it's always good. Now G2, oh my god, G2 needs to full eco. They saved that 2 pistols, those 2 pistols. And they're gonna try something crazy. Senzu just killed his teammate, but whatever. And at this point, I think G2 is happy that they got even 1 in this situation, but the B hit very again. Smoke, not too many grenades. The because they know they are like kind of dry eco and like it's no need to use 300 grenades. And then 3-1. Now what you need to pay attention, people, is this. Look at the money. Famas 3.7, M4, M4, M4. So they don't have a not even close to a full buy. Okay, they have some smokes and mollies, but there is no kit. Let me see. There is no kit, there is no op, there is a couple of flashes. Why is this a problem when you have only a couple of flashes? So the 1, 2. So that prevents you from to do many different things. Like then you're forced to kind of stack here, forced to play here together to get an early kill, because you don't have flashes. You cannot flash pick here, you cannot flash pick there, you cannot flash pick when you go back to the site when the flashes come from here. So there is no options for you kind of to flash check stuff. Even this, you know, if you want to, like, if you have top banana. So and not to mention then if they're executing B and you have a smoke, people rotating from there, nobody can flash for you because you simply don't have flashes because you lost that important round number 2. And what teams usually do in these situations when they have this type of money is they would try to get something early, get an advantage early, be banana bracket, and then maybe stack here, you know, so they can just defend it, so they don't need any flashes. Because if you end up like being backside and they can just execute on you, it's a very difficult situation. So Nico, yeah, that's a lucky kill. Oh my god. Now this helps, I guess, when you have an individual that can do this and get a little bit of lucky kills. 5v3 instantly at 130. And the mistake from Mongolz there, it's because like they were indecisive on banana. I think it's Techno who is there. Let's see. They don't want to go, but they want to go, and they end up getting spammed. It's just actually a mistake. They were just unlucky, so I don't think you can blame them on this one. So the round developed in a 5v3 very early. Mzinho is looking for a timing here, but Snacks is on it. This is pretty much all you can do, you know. Search for any kind of timing, anything that can help you out. But I don't like the set. Ah, yeah, I remember this one. This is a 2v5. The setup here is very safe, right? They wanted to play it safe. If there is something happening, they should secure a kill, and they did secure a kill. I think Blitz is going to die. Boom. And then they drop from the thing, right? Yeah. Malbs gives up a life. Nico tries to get in a position, but he loses it. I mean, individually, this was... let me rewind back. Individually, this was a great round from, you know, 9-10 and Mzinho, but let's see this setup and what can they do better. So they got the kill. And Nico just left Malbs here, he mollied. So he can rotate, left him here, but Malbs didn't expect this type of pick. He died. Nico tried to refrag, which was maybe a little bit too hasty from him. He could have contained this area while the reinforcements come, but he decided to go for a pick, which is not a bad idea, but, you know, it just backfired for him, and they ended up losing this round, which was super crazy. And this is already a problem for G2, because look at the money on Mongolz. Like, it's absolutely nuts. 10k on 3 people, guns, and 8k on other people. So now Mongolz can do whatever they want. G2 is forced to have this M4 on Snacks, and they have like this hero M4 and some couple of pistols. But let's see what happens here. Timeout early on. It's kind of mandatory, necessary to stop the bleeding, you know, to see what's going on. Why are we losing out? Maybe 2v5 to reset the guys. It's always a good idea, even though it's never good to use timeouts early on in the 5, 6, 7 rounds. Again, banana. Oh my god. Now, why is this good? Like, this kill, you cannot really count on kills like this, because Nico is one of those players, one of those top 10, 5 players that can get you these kills in these rounds. And he got it. Now, look at the way they are spread out in a map. I mean, the Mongols, obviously. They have control, but for them it's more important now to group up and execute things together, because they cannot... Let me see if I can do this for you. So they cannot, you know, leave a flank there or leave a flank here if they're going towards B. They have to be committed together, right? They have to go either here together with 3 people or 3 people here. Usually the safest option is to avoid short because of the crossfires, and if people have pistols, it's better to aim at them through here, right, into the headshots and stuff, and then have one guy close or one guy short. And then you need to play super close together. So this guy needs to be very close to these people, and he needs to get in a position where he can trade, which is a kind of risky thing. Now and obviously G2 stacked, so this is not very good for Mongols, but they still can win it because they have the guns, you know, against, you know, mostly pistols and a couple of smokes. Now let's see what they end up doing. They are grouping up, but they're going towards short, which is super difficult. Super difficult. Okay, they're turning their attention towards long. One good flash here would, like, win this setup, but they ended up going... Oh, this is what I don't like. Let's go back. So this, they want to try to walk out simply because they're 5v4. You have to ask them, would you walk out if you're 5v5? No. Just do one good flash for that spot, because even if you get spotted, you're just gonna speed up. You know, you're just gonna speed up and run in. Now they lost. Why is it like all topic? Even if you get spotted, you're gonna speed up, and now they're in a very shit spot. In a massive crossfire with multiple people, they're forced to run in. And it's all over. They lose a stupid eco like this. And now G2 is back in the game. The money has been drained out instantly because of that eco. And look at the money on G2. Even if they lose this one, they're going to have the money bonus and they're going to be able to buy. So... it's a decent pick. Sanzu trying to... The battle for banana is pretty decent and pretty standard right now, considering the meta on Inferno. The CTs are starting with 3 again. They're starting to take it. Delayed. No reactions from the T's. Usually when this happens, most teams would use this timing when they lose this area to do 2 things. Either break this smoke and retake banana, like here, with the flashes from, you know, there, or there is a flash from here as well, so you can be closer. So basically there would be like 2 people here ready, then one guy would break, and then he would flash, and then they would try to run in, right? If the option B is to smoke this, molly that, and try to take this, and then go back and retake it. Or if you get the kills, you speed up. But let's see what Mongols do. They opted out for break and take, which is not bad. But at this point, so they decided to go super fast. This is again a good call considering the situation, but like it's very dangerous call. Most teams, as soon as they smoke this and leave a one person, usually even there will be an AWPer here, but honestly decided to play A on this round. As soon as they have this control and this person has a smoke left, so he can defend himself later, this guy goes back and they either play aggro or they play back inside. So all together, I think this was a dangerous, but it turned out to be a really good call because Nico did not rotate to be the 4th person on A. Now 3-1-1 or 3-2, like so 3-1-1 or 3-2 is a decent split, as long as you have a good flashes for people that are here and here and here, right? So let's see how this thing turns out. Good flash, there we go. They're not forcing it to kill Monacy, there is no rotation. Nico is battling through the... Good kill. Nico is gonna walk out probably. Yeah, 1, 2. Now this is what I'm talking about. If Nico was there earlier, this would be even cleaner round for G2, but I think they had some sort of communication that he wants to stay because they were afraid of a retake or something. It's a very instinct type of thing, or maybe an anti type of thing, where you wanna, you know, decide if you wanna stay or not if you have D banana. Overall, good call considering the positions of the CTs, but Nico was at the right time on the right place, so the cleanup was there, and there was no trade. I don't know who killed him. Who didn't kill him? I think it was Sensu probably. Another buy. Now Techno is going for a plain banana, I think. Yep. Oh my, that's a sharp one. Okay, let's examine what happened here. They started 3B. They started 3B quite a lot this half, didn't they? Normal defaults. This is a play. I guess the flash is gonna come through. Yep, made corner flash. He goes there. It's a good kill. And then Hunter. Hunter was in this CT spot. Now this CT position is very T-sided, like kind of leaning towards T-side. This pick, what I mean. You're gonna get headshotted no matter what. Yep, and they know that Nico is low. They decided to speed up. You would speed up even if he wasn't low. You just go in. The spacing is a little bit off, but they know what they need to do. They search for Nico. He's not triple, so he must be somewhere close. Yeah, that's it. The sight is over. A little bit of a mistake, and good kill from Techno. It's not a crazy mistake by the CTs, but Hunter was in a terrible position. I don't like that CT peak, but I guess he was there because he had to be there, and he got instant. So good kills from Mongolz. Mongolz are riding this confidence wave, and they're just swinging. Shows like, you know, that they are just very confident in what they do. If somebody else tried this against G2, Hunter would get that kill. Whoever was the first guy on B, maybe Steven, I think it was Snacks, he would get that kill, and then, you know, it would be a different round. But these guys are sharp. I used to play them multiple times, and it's very difficult when they're on to kind of deal with them. So it's not easy. But look at the money for G2. Again, they can buy simply because of that eco win. Let's see what the call is. Again 3B, but very fast. And then Techno gets a kill. Now this, I used to love this play, you know, in B, when you just flash and smoke and break and go, but there is so many counters to that. Like this spam is just always gonna get you killed. This wasn't even luck from Techno. Like whoever like was running, like he would kill a guy 10 out of 10 there. But Nico decides to fight for banana even more, which is not a bad thing. You have to get some control of the map, and he's good in doing it, so why not do it? But he decides to stay here. They gamble 3 on A. Let's see what Nico is gonna do. And now this was lucky, I guess. He's gonna speed up or not? No. Okay. Good timing for them to walk out A, but Snacks is on it, right? Usually, like, you would be in a position to win this one. Now they're just gonna split 2-2, I believe, which is a decent call, even though CTs are there. No grenades, no nothing. The trades are gonna happen. Not really, because Snacks is not even managing to kill one. But overall, good calls from both teams to stack K, and then kind of semi-speed up on A from Mongolz, because they had a good position here. It would be pointless for them to come back and then do something crazy. They were here. They just called their teammates from banana. Let's join us, go, trade, and win. And that's what they did. Good for them. Hunter saves the op, drops it to Monacy, half by here. Another timeout. This is what's very dangerous, guys, when you have use 2 or 3 timeouts on the CT side on the first half, especially when you are losing. That means that on the T side, on the key pressure situations, key rounds, you will have not too many options to kind of call a timeout, especially because you used 2 out of 3. But in Snax's and G2's defense, not Snax, but Taz's defense, it's kind of necessary because the game is slipping out of your hand. It's 3-6 and then you're half by, so most likely 3-7. So you need to kind of consolidate, but you need to make sure that you call the right things for the next 2 rounds. Because if you just call a timeout and say, like, guys, you need to, you know, calm down, we need to talk better or whatever it is, then it's a waste of timeout because yeah, they know that. But what you just need to do as a coach or an IGL at that point, or anybody with a voice in the team, with a big voice in the team, he needs to call the rounds. Listen, let's do this anti-eco, Monesi go whatever, and then in the last 2 gun rounds, we're going to do this setup or this round or whatever we want to do. Like whatever we need to defend based on the what they saw in the first part of the half. Well, the problem is now there's too much space for Mongolz because they're up 6-3, and then they can do whatever they want in the remaining rounds simply because they have money. Make sure you drink your water early in the morning. Let's go. Let's see what happens. I'll buy. I want to see what Monesi does. Usually Monesi in this situation goes aggressive. I mean, Holz is a good pick as any. Oof, that's a good jiggle. But kills are happening, and they know that as Monesi's Holz, they can speed up on bracket because there is no danger from them getting shot. They already took long. They have they cut the rotation. Nico is dead. Monesi is trying his best, but at this point you want to avoid Monesi and you want to run straight to B because you know there is a maximum of 1 person there. But they decided to play it slow, and they know that Monesi has an op. They probably understand that Malps has a pistol, or he maybe picked up Nico's gun. Or not Nico's gun, actually, they had 1 gun, what am I saying? Usually, in my case, I would probably run towards B simply because of the fact that I know there is maximum 1 person there. But they slowed it down. I guess that's not bad either. You know, they caught Monesi, you know, off guard, and then that's a well executed run. Trades happened. They understood the situation. They played it slow, and it was all good. Let's see what did they decide after that timeout in the G2 team. 3B again. I guess that's a part of the game plan. They want to start 3B secure banana, but they have so far they have not been getting it. Like it was the majority of the rounds went in a favor of Mongolz simply because they were just getting those early kills, except for that round where Nico got the double. Decided to fight again. Good trade by 9-10. They have a lot of control in holes as well. In boiler, there is nobody possibility of flanking. And now they can slow down. The problem for G2 right now is the fact that they don't have any more utility. They have no kit, but they can still win the round if they play a little bit more aggressive. And that's what they're doing on banana. They're trying to get some sort of an info, but there's nothing happening, and Nico should rotate. Yep. Or Hunter maybe. Yeah, Hunter is rotating. Nico is staying with the smoke. Now this is a setup on A that's, I guess, good as any. And especially right now because Mongolz are going into the hole spot. Which is also a good call, but not through the smoke. Yeah. You don't go through the smoke, you just cancel it because you have the advantage. At least the positional advantage because of the map control. The G2 kind of stacked again towards A. But Nico understood the situation. He does have a... No, he doesn't have a smoke anymore. Plays the off angle. He swings. I guess that's play. Setup on A is working fine, and that's a solid round for G2 simply because of this. They try to go towards... Hole spot is a fine call. Even though there's 2 people there, maybe it would be a G2 round anyway, but call as a call in this situation is not bad at all. Just not through the smoke, that's all. 7-4. Let's see with the mid pick again. Yeah, Sensu got to kill. This is again banana problems for G2 throughout the whole half. They have been losing control and losing people there. I didn't see Mongolz except for once maybe going there. That would be a clean kill without a doubt. Sensu was waiting for him there. There was no luck there. Mongolz to trade, but the thing is that they lost banana again. And then MC, I guess he used the timing. The fast control from the alt middle. Soundless boost. Mongolz even cleared him. Oh no, he didn't. He got a good kill because Mongolz didn't have a head cav. I don't know why Hunter tried to escape there. They know that Snacks is an A player as well. Not yeah, Holz player is alive as well. They know they were supposed to look for him, and then Nico couldn't really do much. And all this round kind of fell apart simply because they lost banana control. The problem with this half, guys, was G2 was forcing banana control. Like in the middle of the half, and you can see that things are not working. You can switch the pace by letting them have banana control, but maybe stacking bracket, or maybe sending an AWP, or maybe like doing a delayed retake of banana or top banana and then just play it from there. Because the kills are not going your way, and then if you're forcing them, you're gonna end up losing the way you lost. And don't let me remind you that G2 lost that the one that eco right here, I think on this one. On 4-1, and kind of got them 2 rounds of that. There was a full domination from Mongolz on this T side. I'm surprised that with a little bit more luck it would be like 9-3 or 10-2, but you know, they won that eco. They had some good decisions there when it comes to, you know, stacking sites, and then a couple of mistakes from Mongolz. They didn't make this half perfect, but 8-4 is more than good. Let's see what happens in the other half, second half, yes. G2, you always used to have a good T pistol. On this map, I used to watch their demos a lot. Even when they had my arch enemy, Fuxi. Okay. Okay, what I see here is pretty simple. Now this is for the beginner teams and the teams that kind of want to understand the map like Inferno, and especially in the pistols. Now you will see what happens here. Now the meta before was, and many teams used to push middle. Now this is an anti-push setup on middle. You can see Snacks just covering and carrying the bomb towards alt middle so it can get spotted by the CTs crossing. It will show on the radar. It's a good thing. And then you have Hunter on the flash. Let's see where he aims on it. It should land around here. Oh my god. It should land around here, right? Now, in case they're fighting middle, they would be blind. Nico would swing to the right. These two people would swing to the right as well. Now, in case they're pushing banana, Flash would either get them, and then Nico would swing from this side, and they would fight from there. So it's a classic anti-push setup on the pistol that, you know, it's a very well taught, especially because I assume they tested this Flash, and it blinds both sides, and it doesn't blind the teeth. So they covered both of their bases, and they also sent the C4 to be kind of spotted on alt middle. The only kind of weak spot is if they're actually pushing middle, you know, with a Flash to fight, and this guy dies and they lost control of everything, but nobody does that. So I think they are fine with doing this. So let's see what happens. Nobody pushes. They decide to go back. This smells like a B hit to me because of the molly and the, you know, double smoke. They should clear banana together. Usually you... Yeah, they headshot. Usually you would boost here, but they headshot it, so they sped up. Took banana. Okay. 5 people. There should be smoke coil, smoke CT, molly triple. Couple of flashes, and then you would go in. But this smoke is not good news for G2. Now this is what I understand. This game is so stupid. Now the molly they threw is pretty much for this position, right? And the position with the dualies, because most teams are playing dualies. Now the molly is good, right? And then he burns. Oh my god! And there were 3 people on B, so they got cleaned up. The execution was fine. The 3 people on B and the smoke kinda was problematic for G2, so you cannot really blame them here. Mongolz played it well. They got the kills they needed, and it's 5v2, 4v2. He hears them, yeah. Oh, good kill. Snacks needed to charge there to maybe get a kill in a plant, but didn't get it. G2 used to force a lot, and they're forcing it now. On the pistols, when you don't plant the bomb, for me, I don't like it. But I guess they had success. Oh my god, they had success in it. So you cannot really, you know, question that. Maybe on practices or something. See? Oh my god, Blitz, he had a smoke. So they went for the top banana push. This was fine. Let's see what Blitz does. This is the moment you drop a smoke instantly. But he got flashed, I guess, and he went through the smoke. Now he lost his smoke, so they can re-smoke CT. Yep, Mongolz picked it up. He smoked his own, and then he has another one to do whatever he wants with it. And this is the round over, I think, for Mongolz. Nico is expecting that. Re-smoke comes in. Couple of mistakes. Top banana didn't get the... Nico got the good kills, but Blitz made a mistake there by going through that smoke. Once he got flashed, I think he should have just backed off and played 3v3, and I think it would be a better chance for them to actually win the round, but he thought he had the timing. He didn't, and then the round was over. Look at the force buy on Mongolz. So remember the force buy that G2 had in this round? It was just pistols and a couple of smokes. Look at them, they have mollies, smokes, flashes, nade. And 910 didn't save anything. So I guess he doesn't need the op. G2 took banana. Now this is the advantage that when you are a top team, you have top tier players like Nico and, you know, Zaivu and whatever, right? Donk. The thing is, like, you can leave them on one part of the map alone to control and give you the proper informations, right? And then have multiple people reinforced on the other side. So this is a very good thing for G2 over like last whatever Nico was there. So you can always use him as a solo map control guy, and then send people, you know, to the other side. This is what they're doing. They took you know, holes control. Now they're gonna take bracket probably, or top middle, depending how you call it. Nico was left alone. He was giving another smoke, I think. The bomb is coming in. Smoke long. Pretty classic. Nade short. Molly. The thing is, like, with this money here, with this utility here, they don't have a single molly. Remember when we talked in the first half in this round that Mongolz had a lot of mollies. They had 3 mollies. Look at G2. They don't have a single molly. So B, like, you know, here is out of the question. And then I think this has to be an A hit. And then obviously they cannot molly this because they don't have any. So they have to split towards here and towards here, right? And then Nico needs to decide on a timing where he needs to go back. So a lot of mollies used for nothing for G2, but I guess if the call was to go away, then it's not even that bad. They have a setup on long, I guess. One flash should do it here. Or a nade or something. A flash, another flash. Yep, and this is the difference between G2 and Mongolz in this situation. Remember Mongolz walking into this setup and just dying? And this is the difference for G2. Now, they have the advantage. They know one guy was B, Nico is joining them. They said, like, let's go short together. Don't get good spacing. You see how close they are to each other. The kill comes in from Malbs. The round is over. Now compare those two rounds and see who did it better and how they did it better. I hope people understand now those little things when it comes to this type of rounds. Now, this is a almost full eco for Mongolz. They tried to do something aggressive. That's a good kill. Oh, he heard of that. Now this is kind of risky. I am not really a big fan. I understand the move. The move was like to do the deep molly. Let's see if I can find it. A deep molly that will burn here and that gives you a timing to get here close without getting spotted. But in a round where you know they're full eco, there's no rush. There's no rush. Just take it easy, especially in the close, tight angles like holes and boiler. And I think this was a miscall by Snacks or whoever called this. And now they're in a kind of not a difficult spot, but in uncomfortable spot, like unpleasant spot, something that you like to avoid in the rounds where you know they have only pistols. Now they have 3 guns, smoke molly. They don't have Kevlars probably, but still it's a dangerous round because you don't know where they are and if they stacked a site or not, or it's just very, like I said, unpleasant to be in. They decided to go B. There is 2 people B. They're taking it slow. They're gonna use their nades and then walk in. But there's 2 people there. See, they got the 2 kills. Snacks, luckily, I think he clutched this. Yes, Snacks gets the kills, and then it was a very costly round. Very costly round for G2. Unnecessary, and you can see even though they have money, like see, like 7.8. 5k, 5k, 6.5. It still could have been better. And it was unnecessary for them to lose the guns and give the additional money to Mongolz because now they have an op. Let's see what happens there. 3B against start now for Mongolz. This is similar to old Gambit setup where you have the op on the angle. Where is he? Have the op on the angle here, and then the guy on the top first is ready for a retake nade if he misses. But if there is nothing happening in a short period of time, they would probably push with a flash or something. But nothing is really going on Banana because G2 is going for hole spot, which is a perfect call in this situation because look at the positions of CTs. Like, Blitz cannot really help if the smoke comes in for small pit. I don't know what happened here. I have to check what happened here. They did get the side though. I had to check holes. Like something was way off here. Okay, they were in positions. Spacing was off. Like everything was kind of off. What the fuck was this? It should be molly flash at the same time and keep running with the flash from this guy. But they did the molly, then they did the flash, and then smoke came in, then mobs crouched and Snacks didn't go out. Jesus Christ, this was shit. But they got the side though, like because Blitz is backing off, Monis is in, Snacks goes out, and then let's see what Nico does. Covering this. Did he hear that step? What? Listen to this. That was a step. And he didn't hear it. I heard it. Jesus Christ. Blitz gets Snacks. Simonis is alone. Oh my god, almost clutched. I think I fell asleep at this point of the game. Well, because it was like super late or something. He heard a step again. Maybe it's just a demo thing. I don't know. It's very hard for Mongolz to clutch this because he doesn't know any positions and he doesn't have any util. Couple of mistakes here from Snacks, I guess. They got in the side, but there was a fast flank from Mongolz. Good play from them. And then, you know, couldn't do anything. Again, a B setup. 3B start. They're expecting some sort of fast take, I guess. Because they're not really fighting for it. They're still playing 3B. This is a retake nades. Nico is alone. They try to go for a whole peak again. I don't know what the call was, but it didn't work. Let's start from the very beginning. So they sent Nico to fake banana. They have what, 3 people out middle. Smoke long, molly short, I guess. Or not? 2 guys getting close to holes. They took bracket, but what happened then? Nico came back to them. This is hard because like when the op is retaking against the rifle, it's gonna be a problem. They try to react in holes. Very dangerous and very careless round for G2. I didn't like this call at all. Let's see if they asked for a timeout. No, they didn't. Now this is the type of situations where you kind of need that timeout, and this is one of those big rounds on the T side. You have to use a timeout there to see what actually you want to do, because what they did now was kind of criminal, and the money was not even that good, and they tried to like kind of improvise, maybe in some practices or whatever. Like maybe this was a set round, I don't know, but it didn't look so well because they guess didn't have enough money, or they didn't coordinate it properly, or maybe they got surprised by 9-10 retaking this alone. So overall, now they're in a rough position because they have no money. Let me skip this round. So now it's 11-7, and this is probably the worst feeling in game that you have. That opponent has 11 rounds, and then you have to go with full eco. You can even afford like only 1 deagle and stuff. So basically, there is no chance of you winning a round. Maybe 1 in 1,000 of these rounds you would win it, but this didn't happen now, I think. And then you just don't know what to do. At this point, you know you're giving up 12th round. You know you're giving up a lot of money for the CTs. And then it can be a tough way to come back. That's all I'm gonna say. I think we can skip this round. So it's 12-7. Now he goes for a timeout. Instead of going on 10-7, he goes on 12-7. Now what's the fucking point? But I guess you have to do everything you can at a situation like this. Now, whatever you call is going to be a gamble. That's the thing. Whatever you call is going to be a gamble, because there is such a big margin for error for Mongolz, because they have a 5 rounds buffer. They can do whatever they want. They can literally accidentally counter whatever it is that you're called, and you're calling into blind right now. So that's a big problem from G2. Let's see what they do now. The straight up default whole setup for the cities. This helps, I guess. Now they should speed up on A. Got kills early on. I mean, this was straight up on the individual kills of Hunter. God bless. He got the kills. Now Senzo should look to save that top to have some pressure later on. And again, timeout that I would not use. When you are 12-7 up, 12-8 up, you know they don't have timeouts. You do not give them the opportunity to consolidate. You do not give them the opportunity to talk. You keep the pressure up. You didn't make any mistake in the previous rounds. The previous round at all. Like it was just Hunter getting the good kill. You had a good setup, everything was fine. He just got a double. That's, you know, sometimes you have to like write off as a good play from him. Now you're giving them chance to call something and then kind of get back into the game because their money is not so good. So let's see what happens. So this timeout is ill-advised. I wouldn't do it. But let's see what happens. Aggressive default for Nico. 3-star, 3 banana start, but very defensive 3 banana. I don't understand the point of this. Maybe it's some sort of an anti, where they have 3 people retaking top banana and getting the kills once they lose the top banana. But nothing really crazy going on here, just trades in utility. Slow retake. Where is the A guys? A guys are spread out. Fight should happen in banana because G2 is not giving up that control, which is a fair thing for both teams right now. I don't think you can blame them at this point because the result is as it is. Okay, nice jump spot. Couple of trades, but they decided to go against it. They heard the rotation probably, and now they're gonna speed up on short. Good kill by Mzinho here, but they need to speed up before the rotation comes. There is no more going back after this. 9-10 dies because he tried to help, and then Mzinho changed the spot for some reason. I don't know why. I think he panicked, changed the spot. The round is over. Number 3 and number 5. That's Blitz and Techno. They have to save here. Like, this is a situation where you know you're gonna go eco next round. There is no need for you to go, because the T's have money anyway. You just need to back off and play the money game. But I guess they were confident. I don't know. And now it's full eco. Now it's the comeback time for G2. Now they're feeling better. Now they have money, but the margin for error is 0. One mistake and you're done with the game. And that's the problem for G2 right now. When they had 11, that would be a little bit more space to make mistakes and maybe kind of do different calls, but when it's 12 for the opponent, there is 0 space for mistakes. Luckily for them, this is an eco. I don't think we want to see this. This is a boring round. Just a big hit. Save the gun, which is a smart thing for 9-10. You need all the money you can get in these last rounds because look at their money is kind of shit, and this extra gun is making all the difference in the world. See what the call is. Okay. 2B, but heavy banana control from G2. They stick to what worked for them in the last couple of rounds. Pulse push. A whole setup. Again, whole setup, but this time defensive one. So they didn't back off. Hunter cannot get double killed twice. But the problem is right now that G2, not G2, but Mongolz, they have 0 map control. They don't have top middle and they don't have top banana. Now, at this point you would gamble, or you would just try to retake something. But they decided against it. Let's see what happens. It smells like a B hit for G2. And then Hunter is gonna hear some sort of rotation. He's probably gonna make a sound here. Or he's gonna shoot or something. Yeah. And now they're gonna go towards B probably. To pull the rotations from CTs. Yep, they pull the rotation. But the problem for now is that this is simply because of the confidence. Like, look at the positions of Mzinho and Blitz. They recognized that they flash checked after Hunter showed himself here. They flash checked him. They see that he's not there. They kept pushing. This guy secured the boiler room, said like you can go to B. He didn't want to push back, and then instead of going with him, Blitz is gonna go back towards B. Now let's see what happens. Yes, Mzinho is not pushing because he understands it's a 5v5, somebody's gonna watch flank. Blitz is going, he hears the steps. Yeah, he hears the steps, he doesn't reveal himself. It was a fake B, good call by G2, but even a better play from Mzinho. Yep, double kill here. I don't know what he was doing with the... with that grenade, I wanna see that again. Why is he pulling out a molly? Just back off. He needs to step back and let Blitz play. Blitz did get a kill, which was kinda only one, but he got Hunter to 19. The retake is gonna be... Ooh, that's a hell of a headshot. But they're both in sight, which is a problem. I told you this in the very first round of the game. Like, when you have two people in sight, it's very difficult to kinda win this post plan. One molly placed in a position. You see he's burning. They know he's there. He dies. Hunter is dead. And that is it. Overall, guys, this game was very well played by Mongolz. I don't think G2 made any kind of crazy mistakes. There was no like tactical issues, or except for maybe the CT side of G2 not being proactive or not reacting to what's happening in Banana because they kept forcing it. That was the kind of only thing that I spotted, but overall very confident, very methodical, and very well executed game by Mongolz. And this is why they are 3-0. They're in good form. I don't know if they can get past the quarterfinals because it's going to be a first quarterfinals for them. But overall, very good map, and I hope you enjoyed it. Click and like and subscribe, and tell me what you think about this map. If I was right, if I was wrong, and what are your thoughts about this whole game? It was played like 3-4 days ago, and it's very fresh. So you tell me what you think down in the comments, and I'll catch you on the next one. And let's enjoy the playoffs of the major. So see you later.